Good evening, everyone. Just for the moment, it's just me, but Gillian's coming. She is just busy reading bedtime stories to her niece right now. So I'm here to show off my hair. I did the lockdown thing and put some color through. So there's just purple and pink. Mochi, look at this bad cat. She just started clawing the shades, and now she's gonna sit up on the windowsill. Okay, so I've got my little pony here, which I'm very happy with. Hello everyone. We've got Kitty, we've got Callan the Mavis, Miro, and Jojo said she would turn up too, but she's going to be running late as well. It is Wednesday night here in New Zealand. We have been in lockdown, extreme lockdown, level 4 since just over a week. So it was Tuesday last week, Tuesday night. It's starting to get to me a little bit because we have gone into isolation properly because my partner Anna was at school teaching last week on Tuesday, so she is at the primary school. And the high school right next to it is a location of interest. They've told everyone at the high school to quarantine for 2 weeks and get a COVID test because there was a student who had COVID there. Now, the primary school isn't a location of interest at this stage, but there are a lot of families who have kids at both schools. And I was talking to a friend who's another teacher who has a kid at the high school, and we're just not sure. So we found out about that on Tuesday night. Monday night. So it's Wednesday night now. So we're just being cautious, basically, and staying home. But fingers crossed it won't be a problem. So, but we just don't know. So we are staying home. It's fine. We got a HelloFresh delivery on Monday, so we've got plenty of food. And I went to the supermarket on the weekend, and I did a big top-up shop at that time. So we're kind of fine. We've also got neighbours nearby who have offered to drop anything off to us if we need it. But knowing I can't go out even to the supermarket kind of makes me antsy. And I'm like, today I really felt like I wanted to go to a mall or to Kmart just to go somewhere and like look at things. I don't even need anything. I don't need to buy anything. But I was like, that's what I want right now. So that's where my brain is. But I've had a good couple of days getting stuff done. I made this massive to-do list on Sunday in our stream. And you can see I've been, ticking things off slowly. Actually, I don't even know if you can see that I'm ticking things off. It's very faint. But it's been nice being able to work through stuff and just a lot of admin. I haven't really written anything since Sunday, but done some brainstorming and I've done some admin and I'm working to launch a book. So I've done a whole lot about that. For tonight, I'm going to do a little bit of time writing because I want to get just some words down on my current work in progress, which I've just realized earlier today. I have named it onesies and Ouija boards. And the magical item that my main character picks up isn't a Ouija board, it's tarot cards. So I'm trying to decide if I should change the title to something texts and tarot cards or something like that, or if I need to switch the item from cards to a Ouija board, or if I need to just introduce a Ouija board later on in addition to the cards. So if anyone's got any suggestions on what they think would work, I'd be happy to hear it because it is just a mistake I realized just now, earlier today, and I'm not sure which way to go with it. So the brain's been all over the place. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on that. That's my plan. And then I'm going to do some brainstorming for a new project, which I'm not going to say anything about just yet because it's very much in its infancy. But and it's a collaboration, but if we can make it work, then it will be super cool and really fun. So I'm going to do the initial planning for that, hopefully, some of it anyway, and then I'll be able to send it to my collaborators and see what they think. What else? Yeah, so let me know what you're going to work on. Sound off in the comments. I can see we've got quite a few people here. It's very exciting. Obviously, lockdown is good for, well, no one's doing anything else, right? Unless you are able to go to the supermarket. You might be going to the supermarket just for fun. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. I was just talking about something which definitely doesn't involve you and is a secret baby project that I haven't given any details of. Hi, Amy. You're doing editing. Fantastic. And some fan fiction. Awesome. I actually have, for the first time in a long time, started a fan fiction. I only have like 4 sentences, 86 words, but I might end up working on that. We'll see. Mira is continuing social experiment. Yes, I'm very excited to see how that goes. So that's my plan. So Gillian's going to turn up at some point, but in the meantime, let's get warmed up. So what we usually do, I didn't introduce myself. I'm going to do that. My name is Jamie Sands. I write urban fantasy and romance novels, and I always put queer characters to the center because that's who I am, and I like to have queer characters get a happy ending. At some point, we're going to be better at this, and we will introduce ourselves at the start of the stream instead of 7 minutes in. But that's why it's how it is. It's how it is. I was so excited about my hair. I introduced my hair and not myself. I did do tarot cards in the first one and Ouija boards. Okay. Yes, Kitty is just rereading the first one, so that is useful information. Could be both. I have got tarot cards as a framing device because we're at the end of Overdue and Occultism. My library witch does a reading for the main character in this book. So I'm using the cards from that reading as chapter headings. So it is quite full of tarot stuff already. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. But maybe I'll just do both. I don't know. There's Mochi. She's coming this way. What is she planning? She's gonna... Hi. You can't go down there. No. There we go. It's the Mochi stream. Oh, sorry, Inka. Hello. Okay, we're just about to do a warm-up. So let us 5 minutes, and I will draw a card as a prompt. You can use it or not. It's up to you. What we usually just do is I'm going to use the Therapets deck. What we do is draw a card, and you can use it as a spring-off point. You can write about it, or you can write about something associated with it. You can just get your thoughts into some kind of order, or whatever you like, really. 5 minutes just to stretch the muscles, the brain muscles, and get the creative juices flowing, as it were. So Therapets is the latest Kate, aka Kate Ellen. She draws a lot of mental health and positive stuff. I feel like we had this one before. The voice that tells you you aren't good enough apparently doesn't know you at all. You're amazing. We've got a little tree lizard of the sun, the blue sky. Okay, so that's the it's like an oracle deck. So I don't know, you might want to write a bit about all the things you're good at, or just use it as a spring off point. I love this deck. It's very positive, and Kitty suggested we might want to use it because of lockdown, and I agreed. So I'm gonna write longhand for this because I usually type, and I find doing it in a different format helps my brain. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes on the clock. There's the card again. You're amazing. And 5 minutes starting now. Wow. Okay. All right. That was the 5-minute warm up. Just keep checking to see if Gillian's turned up because it should pop up in a little window on the side here. And I have to let her into the stream. So I did that much. This is basically a pep talk, reassuring myself about all the good things I've done. and just how to stay above water, I guess. Miro has started a new project and I'm working on that instead. Okay, fantastic. That has happened to me before. No, these aren't new glasses, Inka. They're the ones I normally wear. I do have another pair. Oh, they're not in here. They're bigger. The other pair are bigger, but this is the pair I normally wear for sprinting. It might just look different because of the nighttime. I don't know. Or the new hair. Could be that. The idea of using that quote in a book is pretty nice, actually. Thank you, Kitty. Could do. Joe didn't write anything, but reread previous works. I get in the right headspace. Yep, that's really useful. Remember where you were before jumping in. I usually do that at the start of the sprint. Okay, let's just jump straight into the first sprint then. I'll do 20 minutes. As soon as I've found my ticket, there we are. And hopefully Gillian will turn up during the sprint. I'll put her in. And we can have a chat when we come back. So, oh, it worked weirdly well for my editing. My character was going so shit. Very good. Good. I'm glad. Miro needs some names. So jump into the chat and help her out. All right. 20 minutes on the clock starting now. Let us go for it. Hmm. Perfect timing. Alright, that is our first 20-minute sprint done. How did everyone do? I'm trying to find the ticker. There we go. Mochi has come to sit behind me and supervise. She did bug me a little bit during that sprint, but Anna thankfully tempted her away with some treats. So it looks like she's settling in just to supervise now. How did I go? I got distracted by my dessert arriving. There's a delicious slow cooker thing with like cake and peach, and it's become some kind of delicious pudding. Here I got 2 lines. Inka is still awake. Joe got 699 words. That's so good. And Anna got 500. Awesome. I got 437 words, which I am happy with, especially given I was distracted by dessert. I'll write that down. It is the 25th today. Awesome. The good news is, oh, good, Anna. First writing in 2 weeks. That is awesome. I realized my whole conundrum on whether it should be cards or Ouija board, that as soon as I looked at my work in progress, my main character hadn't actually bought anything yet. They were standing there with a pack of cards in their hand, but hadn't done anything. So what I've had happen is the Ouija board has turned up in the same shop, and they bought both. Because I'm a Libra and I can't make a decision, they're going to have both. Amy got 3-ish pages of editing. Excellent. Excellent work, everyone. I want to keep eating, and I can't do that while I talk. So I'm going to dive straight into another sprint. As it gets later in the night, I'm not sure if Gillian will actually turn up, because obviously she's been roped into quite a lot of bedtime stories. And she might get too tired, so we'll see. We've got Mochi anyway, just sitting there being a weirdo. And so it's my co-host. All right, I'm putting another 20 minutes on for another sprint. Put this back in. Here we go. And time starts now. right. That was our second 20-minute sprint, and welcome, Gillian.
Hello. Bedtime stories went late.
I figured. We weren't sure if you'd fallen asleep.
It was a near thing.
Mm.
It was really cute. My niece was like, "Oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm going to fall asleep now. Your bed is so comfortable." And she went on
Oh,
like that for about 5 minutes. And I was like, "Okay, we need to stop now so I can carry you back to your bed." And she was like,
yeah.
"I was tricking you. I'm not sleepy at all."
Amazing.
Hi, Inca. And yes, I would have been upset that I didn't get to say goodnight.
Now,
But I would eventually have understood. Oh,
um, Kitty has asked if we don't have heating systems in our homes in New Zealand because we're always bundled up and look cold. And the answer is no, we don't. New Zealand housing is awful. It was all built for cheap about 100 years ago, and no one put in anything like central heating or even insulation a lot of the time. So, was it like
that
3 years ago the government passed a bill that said you have to have insulation in your homes?
yep.
But it's very rare that people have anything like home heating.
I am one of those rarities. The house I'm in was built in the 60s and it has radiators. These are
Oh,
the
amazing.
weirdest things. They're really inefficient, but they exist. So
Oh,
we've got gas powered. Oh, that is fantastic.
and underneath is my lockdown t-shirt.
It's also the perfect answer to Inka's question. Have we
Oh
seen
yeah,
Jamie's
have we
t-shirt
seen it?
today?
Nope.
No. Hi, hi Anna, and I think I saw Amy.
Yep, we've got a
Yep.
whole lot
Hi
of people
Amy.
tonight. Joe
Hi
is here,
Miro. Hi. Yay!
and
All our
Miro. Yep,
friends are back.
all our
And
friends.
Kitty. Hi Kitty.
Yep, it's Anna's
Um.
first live stream.
Oh
Anna
yeah.
is the incredible person I run Books from My Backyard with.
Yep. Anna's also been very active on the RWNZ Facebook
Yes.
group lately, asking a really excellent question that somebody already gave my answer to, which was Google Maps.
Amazing.
There's a so I set my Deep Magic series in a real town in Wales called Aberdaron. I'm starting this in completely the wrong way. Anna's question was, how do people research places
Mm.
they haven't been? So my answer is I use Google Maps to pretty much like go through this entire town of Aberdaron, and I was really lucky because Aberdaron is tiny, like really tiny. So, but I spent so much time on Google Maps that now, maybe 6 years after I wrote the first book in the series, I can still visualize the town exactly.
Wow, that's so cool.
What's even cooler is that somebody who really enjoyed the series, another author, went to Aberdaron, having read my books, and then took me a whole bunch of photos.
Yay. Oh, Victoria's here. Hello, Victoria.
Hello, Victoria.
It's okay. Gillian was late too. We're all good.
Oh, I was amazingly late.
Actually, I'm gonna. I've got that ticker still going. So in that last sprint, I got 581 words. So I'm at nearly 1,000 for the night, which is great.
Yep, Joanna got 757 words.
Oh wow, so many.
And Miro needs a name for a store, an LGBTQ safe zone that has stuff like badges and flags and even clothes.
Mm.
Um,
Rainbow's End.
that was exactly what I was thinking.
Which is great if you don't live in New Zealand and you don't know that Rainbow's End is our only theme park.
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
The Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow Connection. That's very cute. Oh, and I was going to say someone. Oh, we were talking about names during that sprint. I was a bit distracted. People were talking about names and using the same name too often. I wanted to tell you that in my first book, Suburban Book of the Dead, I initially had I had Jake, Jackie, Julian, Joanna. And I think there was another J name as well. There were like 5. And one of my editors finally said, hey, there's too many J names in this. And I hadn't even noticed because I'm a J name and I just wanted to put them in there. So that was hilarious going through and having to replace some J's.
Yeah.
I renamed the bad guy, but I kept Jake and Jackie because their names were too important to who they were.
Yep. When I was writing, I think Morgan's Song, one of my Deep Magic books, I was using dictation. The problem is that dictation only sort of recognizes commonly used words, and my awful characters have names like Meridian and Derhewent and Gurkhant, and there's a whole lot of Welsh place names in there as well. And the dictation software wasn't having any of it, so I had to think of really boring, like Bob and John. And
oh no!
oh
Amy
no!
did a replace all from Jack to Matt and realized all the jackets in the book were now Mattits. That's the danger. That's find and replace.
These are problems that only other authors know.
That's why I'll do find, but then I will edit by hand if I'm changing names because I have messed myself up that way too. Oh, Annie, you taking off? It was nice to have you along.
Yep, good luck saving Arkham from Eldritch Horrors.
Yes, good luck.
And 961 words, that's amazing.
That's so good.
I got 68 words.
Nice.
Yes.
For the last 5 minutes.
Oh, Colours of June is lovely.
That is nice. If it's set in New Zealand, our Pride Month is February, but if you're in
unless you're in Christchurch when it's March.
Oh, yes.
And do you know what?
Here too. I've got
Queenstown,
no idea. We never get anything.
Queenstown, I know it's February in Wellington, so I'm pretty sure it's February. No, hang on. In March 20, nope. One year we were the only city to have Pride because I think we had Christchurch Pride, and then a week later there was the mosque shooting, so everyone else shut down.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but Queenstown
here in February.
Queenstown is having Pride in September, or at least they're trying to. Poor guys.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to manage it this time.
Yep, Victoria has 697 words,
fantastic.
which is great.
Great.
Yeah, Victoria, there is a YouTuber whose name is Future Cat who did a brief explanation of why New Zealand's Pride takes place at a different time to the rest of the world. But I'm not sure they include an explanation for why all parts of New Zealand cannot choose one month and stick to it. Yeah.
I thought it was just because they wanted it in summer, because you don't want to have a Pride March in the middle of winter here.
That's basically what Future Cat tells us.
Oh, by the way, Gillian, this is our card for today, just in case you need some inspiration and encouragement.
Brilliant. I love that. Thank you, amazing lizard. I have actually, my ego is pretty good right now, pretty healthy right now, because I'm doing embroidery. It's my second embroidery project ever, so it's, shaky. My niece, who has demanded that this project be given to her and is giving me suggestions for how to improve it, she wanted to watch me do some of it while we were reading stories. So it ended up like I would read a page and then she would read the next page while I stitched.
Nice.
So she was giving me all sorts of compliments about how good it was. The thing is, she was like, "Can you start it? You could make a new one tomorrow for Jack." And I'm like,
Oh.
"This is going to take me months."
You've seen how slow the stitching is, surely.
Yep. And she's like, "I've got friends with these initials. You could make them for them. Maybe you could make their favorite animals."
Oh my gosh. She's planning all her Christmas shopping through you.
Yeah,
I've been making masks again for lockdown.
Brilliant. Oh, this is the first time I've seen the new hair. It looks great.
Oh, thank you. Yep. I'm very into it. It's just pastel and it's gonna wash out. Eight washes it says. But I've still got a ton more because I only used a little bit of each of the colours, so I might just redo it.
Awesome. Amy says that her students did rainbow colours on all their post-shooting, no actual working class colouring sheets. That is amazing. And Miro says most schools around Wellington have Pride celebrations in June. Further proof that we do what we want, I guess.
I mean, June is like the international Pride Month because it's when it all started in the States, right? So, I mean, Stonewall and everything was in June. So it makes sense. But it also doesn't make sense to try and schedule stuff in the middle of winter here because no one would come and it would get rained out. So yeah, we just do what we want.
So interestingly, Christchurch, we don't do a parade, and but we do. There is a big Pride dog walk, which is fun, which is just for people take their dogs and go to Bottle Lake Forest.
Yep.
And there is a picnic out at Rangiora.
Oh, lovely.
But most of our events are actually indoors.
Yeah.
So
we've got a lot of outdoor stuff. We've got so up in Auckland, we've got the Big Gay Out, which is like a big festival day. And we used to just have one march. It split off into two a couple of years ago because there was a big disagreement about whether or not you should have police at Pride.
Yeah.
So the Pride community that don't want police there split off and did a private, not private, but like a walk for the people. And then there's the main march as well, which is all kind of corporate, like all the businesses and stuff with their rainbow floats. So there's two. And well, a lot of it got cancelled this year because of COVID, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I don't know.
Yeah, Wellington Pride's having issues kind of figuring out where to draw the line between corporates and community groups.
Because it is nice to have, support from businesses and stuff, but then it gets to a point where that's all it is, and it's kind of But we have very bad queers in this house. We almost never get out to any of the events. So
there's one event that I really like. It's called Coming Out for Coffee.
Cute.
It's so cute, and it's a discussion group, and it meets the most random people. And it's really interesting because you get a bunch of people, and the only thing that we have in common is that we are some form of queer, and we like coffee or hot beverages and snacks. So you never know what we're going to be talking about or who's going to be there. And it's really nice, but sometimes you go and nobody knows what to say to each other and it's really dull. And then other nights it's just really cool. One of the first nights I was there was a big discussion started by the fact that one of the guys who moved here from the UK was saying, like, in Australia you hit a possum and you're like, oh no, but in New Zealand, like, you swerve to hit the possums.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of defending our possum hatred.
There's a lot of good reasons. There are.
Yeah,
it is cruel and horrible, but there's reasons.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from possum murder. Okay. Shall we jump into another sprint?
That would be really awesome. It would be nice to try and
Get something done.
Yep.
I'm gonna sit down the thing I'm working on and have a go at some planning on a different project. So, okay, 20 minutes starting now. Oh dear. Okay. 20 minutes up. And yes, Miro, I did forget to put the ticker on for the sprint. How'd you go?
I went really well. So I've now got 580 words, and since I think I wrote 68 last time, that's 510.
Nice.
And I'm really close to the end of chapter 19. William's just got to properly insult Ursula's former fiance.
Finally.
Yep.
I did the outline that I wanted to do and I got it finished, which I'm very pleased about. So I started typing it up as this is going to be a collaborative project.
Oh, that's exciting. Have you done collaborative projects before?
I have with LARP. So
Yep.
writing live action role play. I've written a couple with some different people that's gone really well. I've never done it for this kind of thing. Yeah. So
Exciting.
Quite exciting. What else? Yeah, so I'm feeling good about that. Joe got 611 words. Sat down thinking I was going to write from one character's point of view, ended up writing for a completely different one from another part of the book. It happens. Inca and Mira have both gone to bed.
And I miss saying goodnight to both of them. So
At least they got to see you.
Yep, and I got to look at their words.
Yes. Oh, now it is 20 to 9, and I'm aware you're about to turn into a pumpkin.
Yep.
So
this was really good. I am so pleased that I did not miss the entire sprint. And Amy got 5 pages of editing, which is fantastic, but also got her second vaccine yesterday. Well done, Amy.
Well done. I couldn't do anything the day after getting my vaccines, both of them. I was completely... I just slept. I was awake for about an hour and then I'd sleep more. I slept it off though. The next day was good. So hopefully this is true for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was supposed to get a flu vaccine the Friday last week. So pretty much every day that we're in lockdown is a reprieve from that for me. So
great.
Yep. Oh, Amy, that sounds awful.
Oh, yeah.
It will pass.
Yep. All right. Good night, Joanna. Thank you.
Yep. Good
we'll
night.
be back on Saturday morning.
Yep. I have just scheduled the weekend live streams. So you can hop over to my channel and click the thing that gives you a notification if you want to be super sure that you don't miss them. Except I don't find the notifications work well for me because I either see them like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Or I'm already on YouTube when I get them, and it's kind of pointless at that point. In theory, if you were a person who enjoys notifications, there's an option for you. Otherwise, you can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at updating my Facebook to alert people. I'm not good at updating the Discord. I've fallen down a couple of times lately on that. But we do have a Discord. I'm doing my best. Just everything's a bit scattered at the moment. If you're not in the Discord, that's the link for it. And yay, yes, I'm happy you made it to Victoria. And you will get your turn for the vaccine pretty soon, in a week. 1st of September is when it's opening up to everyone else. So not too long to wait. Cool. Okay. I'm yawning, so it is time to go.
Yep.
We'll see you again Saturday morning.
Yeah, and thank you, Jamie, for hosting, and everyone for joining us, and also everyone for waiting for me to show up.
It was very sweet. All right. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.